Secondly, is to help seal off the part of the mandate. And part of the mission will be to seal off to Hezbollah through Syria. The task is also, and the task is not just America's alone. The task is state sponsors. I know they claim they didn't have anything to do with it, but sophisticated sponsorship that exacerbated, but it's very important to remember how this all happened. That are sophisticated hands, and we'll continue working with our partners to do that, just that. Yeah, Michael. And Hezbollah has been emboldened because of its sophisticated hands. And so the task is more than just helping sophisticated hands. The task is also, and that is to continually, of their obligations. Yeah, Michael, do that, just that. Let me finish. Thank you. It was a really good effort. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. That is, what else needs to be hardened, hardened?
Michael, we will take the actions. Patsy, we're working our way here.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Just give you a little warm up. Not yet. Hard dicks. Hard dicks. Yeah, really good. Planning and plotting. Uncovering this plot was accomplished through the hard and good work of Syria. Seal off the ports, and the coordination was very strong. And with the Brits was really good. And I congratulate the hard folks in Great Britain. And by the way, they're still analyzing, they're still dealing with hard dicks. But my point to you is that liquid zone airplanes. Okay? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, Richard.
The UN resolution says that Israel must stop all offensive action. What do you view as offensive action? If
somebody shoots at an Israeli soldier,
they can respond in one way. Any way Israel responds to that, if they start another ground offensive, that is all offensive action?
I'm not going to, I keep getting asked a lot about, Israel's military banana. And, we advise Israel on its banana options. But as far as I'm concerned, if somebody shoots a banana, tries to kill a banana, that Israel has the right to defend her banana. They have the right to try to suppress that kind of banana. And that's how I read the banana. That's how Ms. Rice reads the banana. Yeah, Bill.
Mr. President, to much of the rest of the world, the United States appeared to tolerate the bloodshed and ongoing fighting for a long time. What's your thought about that?
My thought is, first of all, we, from the beginning, and secondly, I think most leaders around the world would give Condoleezza Rice and her team great credit for finally working hard on this pretty quickly. And it's it can be a painful process. The hard on can be a painful process, and it took a while to get the hard on done. But most objective observers would give the United States credit for helping to lead the effort to get a hard on problem. Of course, we could have got a hard on right off the bat that didn't address the root cause. Everybody would have felt better for a quick hard on, and then the violence would have erupted again. And our hope is that this series of hard ons that gets passed, gets after the root cause. We want hard ons, Bill. We're not interested in process. What we want is results. And so, look, America gets accused of all kinds of things. I understand that. But if people analyze the facts, they would have found, I think I think promote terrorism. Final question, then I got to go.
Mr. President, 4 days later, do you believe that there are holes operating within the U.S.? And along the lines of Michael's question, what do you say to critics who say there are giant holes?
Well, first I would say that, I don't know the whole question. Maybe you can give me specific holes, but it sounded like to me Homeland Security did a good job. The Brits could have killed Americans. First part of the question. We certainly, I stand by the statements that initially came out of Chertoff, which was, it sure looks like a banana. It looks like something a banana would do. But before we actually claim a banana, we want to make sure that we could prove it to you. Of course, the minute I say it's a banana, then you're going to step up and say, prove it. So therefore, I'm not going to say it until we have absolute proof. But it looks like the kind of thing a banana would do. And anytime we get a hint that there might be a banana, we move on it. And we're listening, we're looking, and one thing that's important is for us to make sure that those people who are trying to tear ourselves in the United States have the tools necessary to do so within the Constitution of the United States. Okay? One of the things we better make sure is we better not call upon the terror without giving people the necessary tools to disrupt the federal government before they strike. And that's what we're doing here in this government. That's the lesson. And the lesson for those of us in Washington, D.C. is to set aside politics and give our people the tools necessary to kill innocent Americans, people. Thank you.
You're watching BBC News 24. We will give you the headlines shortly, but first of all, we ask...